Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Deer Season Daily, October 23rd. I got a quick one for you this morning so you can get out there and get to the woods or get to work and get home so you can go to the woods this afternoon because I think it's going to be a good day. I'm going to talk about that. I got a quick tip for you. The news is going to be short today, and of course, the weather movement predictions after the RHO update. But before we get into all that, don't forget about Rack's Big Game Supplements. They're our partner for these Deer Season Dailies. You can go to racksmineral.com and find out everything they have to offer. You can also find local dealers on the website as well. Our website is ridgehunteroutdoors.com. Our scent is available now on there. You can use the discount code RHOPOD, that's all caps, no space, and get anything on the website in your order for 10% off. If you guys are on YouTube, please subscribe, comment, like, all that kind of stuff really helps us out. Share the videos. If you're on an audio only like Spotify or Apple Podcast, leave us a review, hit the follow button. That helps as well. The RHO updates where we always kick these off if you guys have been watching. And Dad's buck video is out now. I put it out kind of late last night. Not the smartest thing when it comes to like hitting the YouTube algorithm or the best time for traffic, but it's out. So if you guys are watching this and you haven't seen that yet, go back and watch it. I've said this a couple times on here. It's the most fun hunt that I've been able to put together, not just because his dad's shooting it, but everything around it. Like the whole hunt was a good hunt. It's like the stuff that I grew up on, the old style archery hunting that you remember from the 90s, early 2000s. This was a really cool video. I enjoyed getting to put it together. I enjoyed the hunt, being there for all that. But if you guys haven't seen it yet, go watch that video and share it with your friends too. That would be much appreciated. And comment and let us know what you guys think of the video and what was your favorite deer hunter growing up. Maybe it takes you back to those days. You can leave that comment too in these if you want. Let me know who your guy was growing up, who you like watching the most, or what show and where you watched them. So like for me, it was VHS tapes of Roger Ragland. That's the stuff I cut my teeth on, if you will, when it came to hunting content. So let me know, what was yours? Let me know in the comments. Also from RHO, Dusty's son, Dawson, if you guys remember him from Fall Pursuit the last couple of years, he's killed some nice deer during youth season. He shot a really nice wide 8-pointer last night with his bow. They got some video of that. I'm not sure when the next video will come out, but it'll probably have some of that on it. So keep an eye on that. That's why you should subscribe so you know you're the first to know when those videos do come out. Talking shop. I have no update at the shop from yesterday. Dawson's buck is in here. It's currently the biggest buck that's still not been skinned, I think, in the cooler. But there's not a lot of update there. We're starting to see more bucks. Guys are still killing does. But if you guys have missed the last couple of days, the bucks are starting to pre-rut. We have had a few more in, but that's really it for the shop update. And that takes us to what's new. So if you guys remember back in the summer, Senator Mike Lee was trying to get a bill. He was trying to get a rider on the big, beautiful bill about public lands. He was wanting to sell public lands for development, essentially. And there was a whole uproar about it, and rightfully so. And they got that taken care of. He took it out of the bill, and we all knew that wasn't going to be the end of it, though. So I'm not 100% sure on the details, but he's back at it. He is doing it in the name of border security this time, I believe, and it has to do with the Wilderness Act. I think they're trying to amend it to allow motorized vehicles and things like that for the federal government to go in there and do those kind of things in border states, maybe. Again, I'm not 100% sure on the details. I haven't read a ton about it, but we'll keep an eye on that for you guys. So that's what's new today. Weather and movement predictions. This is going to be, and I think, maybe the best day weather-wise we've had all year. Low of 39 this morning, so that's going to be sweet. And a high for the whole day of 61. It's supposed to be sunny most of the day, so it's not even really going to warm it up. It's going to be super comfortable in the stand this afternoon, even this morning. Might be a little chilly, but there's going to be almost no wind this morning, which I've talked about this the last couple of days. It's been super windy. A little bit of wind is good for the deer. I prefer sitting when there's very low winds because I can hear more and I think it's a more enjoyable sit, but I've had better luck when the wind's like 10 to 12 miles an hour. But this morning it's supposed to be really low, almost no wind. It's supposed to be northwest, northwest a little bit, but pretty much northwest all day. I think it's only supposed to get up to about 7 mile per hour sustained winds, and gusts not much over that in the afternoon. And then, of course, it'll lay right there at last light, and it'll be just still, and hopefully the woods will come to life with deer. But the pressure is also going to be high, so 30.17 to 30.2 all day. Just like I talked about on I think it was yesterday's episode, this is going to be one of those mornings where your thermals are really going to come into play, and you could hunt just about anywhere until those day winds start to pick up and take your thermals over. So high pressure, sunny, cold morning. It's not super cold yet, but it's cold enough with that high pressure and low winds that your thermals are going to be pulling right up. If you can get on top of a ridge or something, it doesn't matter really what direction the wind is forecasted. Most of that's going to be pulling up, and you're going to be in good shape. I would expect there to be some really good buck activity today in the daylight. Maybe not everywhere yet, but I do think this is going to be, like I said, one of the best days we've had so far. I think the next 7 days or so, there's going to be some really nice deer killed in our area down here in southern Illinois. But today's kind of going to kick that off. I think it's going to really kick that off. Yesterday were a few killed that I know of throughout the state. But today, I think it's going to be the first good day. They're going to be doing pre-rut stuff too, checking scrapes, checking doe bedding areas, running off other bucks. They're going to be kind of feeling out where the rut range is going to be, up on their feet, maybe late back to bedding, maybe early out to a food source to check does, to check scrapes. So make sure you're out there if you can be in a good setup. I still wouldn't hunt like a high-risk setup because I'd save that for still about another week from now, give or take a few days, depending on when the best weather in there we're going to have. But start hitting some better stands and get after them. I think it's going to be a good day today for some buck activity. And that leads into the tip of the day. If you do have good buck activity and you do get a shot and that deer is quartering away, on those quartering away shots, shoot for the opposite leg. You might have heard it said before, shoot for the exit. And that kind of is a general rule of thumb. Unless you got quartering to you, I mean, you're always shooting for the exit, I suppose. Shooting for the opposite leg is kind of a good rule of thumb unless they're quartering to you or they're dead broadside because you don't want to hit their shoulder. But if they're quartering away at all, shoot for that opposite leg. It's just an easy way to decide where your shot placement should be. Because if you think about it, when he's quartering away from you, if you come up from the bottom of that opposite leg and put your pin there at the top of the lower third, you're going to be dead set on all the vitals throughout that deer. That's why like a decent quarter, not a hard quartering away, but a good quartering away shot is one of the best shots there is because you can get up there and get everything in that chest cavity. So that's all I got for you guys today. Shoot for the opposite leg when they're quartering away. I think it's going to be a really good day. We'll keep an eye on that Mike Lee stuff. I appreciate y'all tuning in to these every day, and I'll catch you again tomorrow morning.